Good evening. Good evening. It's Terra Queen Jamila, and I'm not going to be on camera in this one. I wanted to come and talk briefly about a spirit that I've noticed. And this spirit seems to be affecting certain people. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here before I actually get started. And then I'm also going to share this with my Facebook. So give me a second. All right. So when you start to deal with spirituality, and I probably need to light me a black candle while I talk about this, but I feel like I'm good. If I feel the need to, I'll light me a black candle to absorb some of the negative energy. I'm going to call the Archangel Michael for protection as I discuss this. The spirit of Ricardo Lopez. So if you guys don't know who Ricardo Lopez is he's the Bajork stalker. So if you guys remember, Bajork, the singer, had a stalker. His name is Ricardo Lopez. I believe that the manner that he died, and under the circumstances that he died, I believe that this individual still haunts not only YouTube, but the internet. Okay? I believe that the spirit of this person is still on YouTube. Jacob is playing his game, guys. He's not even paying any attention to what I'm talking about. Oh, mama, happy baby. I hope he stays that way while I talk about this. Okay. He was a pest control person also. He worked in pest control. I think that's very interesting. But let's talk about this. So Ricardo Lopez became obsessed with Bajork, and he ended up committing suicide. And the one thing about suicide that concerns me is the spirit of the person that has committed suicide. So to me, I think that it is very important for you to wish souls like this and people like this, for you to wish them peace in the afterlife. And I feel that there should also be certain things that should be done over their body. I feel like certain things that their families should do, but I doubt it if anything was done. This is why I bring up Ricardo Lopez. I have seen his face on YouTube. I've seen his face. I've seen his spirit coming through people. And the one thing about Ricardo Lopez, to be a stalker, you have to be extremely obsessive. You have to be. So I think that if you have that spirit of obsessiveness to where you are obsessed with one person, or you may be obsessed with situations, okay? I think that the spirit of this person is possessing people on YouTube. There's been a rash of suicides on YouTube since then as well. A rash of suicides. And I think suicide, for the most part, is a person making a rash decision that they can't change. I swear to you guys, and you know what? I would love to throw my cards on it to see what the spirits have to say about what I'm feeling. But I feel that this person is still haunting YouTube. Okay, so this person, he had a YouTube channel, guys. Okay, Ricardo Lopez had a YouTube channel. And I believe at the time of his death, he was uploading YouTube videos and he recorded the video of him committing suicide and uploaded it, I believe. I'll have to re-look at the story, but this is why I believe that he is afflicting people. I have seen his face on more than one YouTuber. Not all the time, but I've seen his face. I swear I have. And there's this one person, I swear to you guys, there's this one person. I believe this is the person that he mainly afflicts. And I don't even think this person even knows it. Of course they don't know it. Of course you don't know it. That's one of the things about being blessed by God, is that God wouldn't allow those spirits to manifest within your body. Hey, Cora, how are you? I remember when she attacked a reporter at the airport for recording her child. She slapped the shit out of him. Who are you talking about, Cora? Who are you talking about? Because I don't know who you talking about. So I just felt like coming on here and talking about that, because I swear to you, you have got to not take your spirits for granted. In fact, I need to go in. My spirits like milk and cake offerings. They really do. No. So I'm going to make some offerings, because I'm going to start getting prepared for the summer solstice and everything. But I believe that they dubbed him the Bjork Stalker. But I believe that this person, his spirit still haunts us on YouTube. And I believe that he is responsible for whenever you see weird stuff like people stalking people. Okay. That's the one thing about him. He was stalking Bjork. And then also he was very, 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 very obsessed with her. And the thing of it was that he was obsessed with her innocence. Because, you know, Bjork looks really innocent. She just has that innocent, like, you know, innocent look about herself, right? I believe that he was also angry, very, very angry at her, because I think he saw her with a black guy or something, or it was something. It's so weird because he was also angry at her. So he was also racist in a lot of ways. And I'm sorry, a lot of people that are racist, they got mental problems. People that have issues like that, like, that's a mental illness. When you have like those very staunch, dogmatic views, and everybody that is this color is good and everybody that is this color is bad, then you can imagine the chaos that you can create in a child's mind to even teach them that. So I feel sorry for people that are just taught to be racist, because racism, in my opinion, is taught. And it just really adds to the psychological damage that can be done to the spirit of a person, right? I believe that the Bjork Stalker, or Ricardo Lopez, I believe that he is in many people. For some reason, It's not how big a person is. It has nothing to do with their size. But it has a lot to do with the way they look. I saw somebody today that had the same eyes, the same head, looks just like him. And this person is stalking several YouTubers on YouTube. And it's so weird how, okay, Bajork, okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that about her. See, I'm not like a big fan of hers. Like I've never even really listened to her music. But I'll go look that up. I believe that this spirit of this person, if you are in fact stalking somebody and you have like any, because let me just tell you guys something. Spirits work that way. They work that way intentionally. So if you were a very, very negative spirit, wouldn't you somehow, if you were in it, like if you were in that position of literally being unseen? So like when you die, I mean, you can be a ninja when you die, right? So I believe that he inhabits the bodies of people. And I believe that at some point that spirit must have been conjured. So, you know, this is the whole thing about when you are digging up spirits. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that he died in Florida. I believe that he died in Florida. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he was in Florida. I'll have to double check. But people can actually go to graveyard sites and they can dig up the dirt of that deceased individual and they can put that spirit out there. So you really just never know. Or in my opinion, his death, like I looked at the video, it was very ritual-like. He was doing a ritual when he killed himself. I've suspected that obviously this person was demonically possessed. So we are talking about a demon, right? Essentially, but I mean, we have to put a face with the energy. So this is the energy that's going to be on this person or that's going to be attached to this person. And I believe that you have to be very, very careful. I know that when I notice, this is what I'll tell you. If I come in and I believe that we need to nickname this demon because new demons are created every day. That's another thing I was going to tell you. New demons are created every single day. So I believe that, and I believe it. I truly believe it in my heart. Every time I go and I look at the video of this person that is stalking several YouTubers on here, they look just like the Bajork stalker. Just like them. And if you came and told that person, if you said, hey, if you were a psychic medium and you could see that a person was possessed by the Bajork stalker, can you go up to that person and just tell them? No, you can't go up to that person and just tell them. And the way that a lot of people are confused about whether or not a person is possessed by something like that is because so many pieces and fragments of that person is still going to be there. Okay. So like that person may, but something is up with that. And I feel as though if you are on YouTube, you need to protect yourself. I feel that there is power in these videos that we upload, of course, because we're transferring energy back and forth with each other. So it's very, very powerful going and looking at a video. At least for me, I'm an empath, so everything is enhanced for me. I feel stuff extra deep. You understand what I'm saying? Hello, Fist Pissed. Hello, Raya and Nikita Teals. Hello. Oh, Nikita, I think I need to get into your spirit. I need you send some of that spirit over here, please, of cleaning, because I gotta get this house cleaned up. And I gotta get my chicken noodle soup on the stove and everything. So demonic entities can exacerbate the things that you care about as well. So, for example, if it's something that you feel very strongly about, you may be extra, extra, extra about it. You see what I'm saying? So, and guess what? That's somewhere where our passions come from. I mean, especially if it's something that you're fighting for that you think is right. Okay, and everybody thinks that their plight is right, but everybody's plight is not righteous. Everybody's plight has nothing to do with God's plan. So, unfortunately, you have to understand that when you're in God's land, this is God's land. It's just unfortunately the way that it is. But I think it's interesting the way certain spirits can operate. So for me, I feel like his family did the best that they could to bury him, but I think that his consciousness still exists. And it's weird how people look like him. It's so weird. All of the characteristics, it like and I've seen different people of different races even look just like him. Those little beady eyes, little small marble, little beady dark eyes. And because he was very overweight when he passed away. Like some of the earlier videos of him, he ballooned, he got bigger the closer that he got to his suicide date. I think some of these people on here are possessed by this dude. That's just what I think. Because I think that they sit there and they obsess and they obsess and they obsess and they obsess over other vloggers, and they obsess over things that they don't like. Obsessing over something that you don't like, being hyper superly focused on something that you don't like, this is a sign of something. Because he didn't admire her. He just wanted to control Bajor. He claimed that he loved her and all this stuff. He sent her a bomb. He sent her a bomb in the mail. He sent her an explosive device. Oh my God. Okay, so this is where you can tell he didn't admire her. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, he admired her, and he turned it to a stand." Yeah, he sent her a bomb that when it exploded, it would not like I think it was either needles or a bunch of pins or something, or a bunch of nails. He sent her a nail bomb in the mail to try to kill this woman. So he didn't admire her. It was not he was jealous of her. He hated her. He wanted to destroy her. It was very narcissistic. So I'm just saying, be careful out there. If a spiritualist tells you that you're possessed by something, please listen. I'm being serious because, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I have been in many, many situations, okay, in my life. I will be 41 years old very soon. And let me just tell you guys, I have sat there and literally, like when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend years ago, this was not my baby's father, but my ex-boyfriend that I was dealing with. I don't have kids with him. No. I sat there and cried, literally cried for 3 or 4 months straight. No. See, that is sort of abnormal or out of the abnormal, but it's also sort of normal, especially when you've met somebody and you miss that person. But there are people on here, they are expressing so much, too much for folks that they don't really know, too much anger, aggression, sadness. First of all, this person, why are you, okay, calm down. It's what I want to say to some people. Calm down. Why are you so passionate and upset about somebody that's done nothing to you? So this is when you can tell that that person becomes a target of that person's unresolved anger. And I think that we all have had a touch of that. But some people are totally overtaken by the obsessiveness. Literally to the point where it's an all day, every day focus. When is this person going to put up a video? When is this person going to do this? When is this person going to do that? What is this person doing now? Where are they at? You have got to understand that that is not a normal reaction when you are really living your life and living within your purpose. That's not the way it's supposed to go. You're not supposed to sit there and be hyperly focused on somebody. And see, that's why I feel like social media can sometimes be a little harmful. Because this is what I want to tell you guys. When you come to me with a problem, understand that there's a solution to that problem. And this is what a lot of people in this world, this is why this world is sick, because people are hyperly focused, and that's my new word. People are hyperly focused on the problem and not the damn solution. So when you come to Jamila, I'm going to give you a solution. I'm going to give you a solution for your problem. And when I give you the solution for your problem, I'm going to ask you to not obsess over it. I'm going to ask you to find things to fill up your day. I'm going to ask you to find things to make yourself happy. That is what I am supposed to do. That is the correct direction. Think about, so if you are sitting there and you are obsessing either over a person, place, thing, or situation, something is not correct. There should be certain things and interests in your day that you should be attending to. It shouldn't be this constant hyper focus on this when you're hyperly focused on something. Okay, hyperly is my new word that I made up. When you are just dead focused on something, this is obsession. Whether or not it's your career, it's sex, it's food, it's, money. You are too focused on that one thing. And you need to find other things to fill your day. Because there's so many different things that you can become obsessed with. You can become obsessed within religion. You can become obsessed with spirituality. You can become obsessed with the tarot. You can become obsessed with spell work. You can become obsessed with a lot of different things. Okay? And the one thing that you got to understand is that if you sit there and you obsess over these things and you think about, then that is the hex. That's the curse. When it takes over your mind and it begins to have a domino effect on your life. I don't care what nobody says. If somebody is doing something to you, this is how I feel. I don't like it for people to have a domino effect on my life. I don't like for people to ever change the course or even knock me off of my path just a little bit, because I can see my path and you've got to be able to see your path. But see, when you become obsessed, and maybe this is something, maybe this obsession lay dormant inside of you until you had to have that one person tickle your feathers or tickle your ear. And then there you are with a full-blown obsession on a person or a place or a thing or a situation. Okay? And so I think you got to be careful out there, because you never know. It could be a spirit. And I always call, guys, the kind of spirits that I like, and please believe that a lot of these energies, they can be part of you. Okay, for you to be dealing with what you're dealing with, it's a part of you. So there's a part of yourself, especially if you are stalking somebody in social media, you do realize that you give your enemies the upper hand when you become obsessed with them. Give them a little bit of your time and go on with your life. Give them 5%. That's why I was saying a lot of people, and you know what? A lot of people were confused about that. So evil was having a heyday. Demons was having a heyday because there was some people that thought, well, I'm supposed to spend 50% exactly of my day being evil and the rest of the day being good. And that's not exactly the way that it works. I'm just telling y'all, it don't work that way. Anytime you do evil, you invite evil in. And if you let evil settle, then it's going to settle. And let me tell you, evil don't have no kind of, evil don't care. Evil is destruction. Evil is a train wreck. All y'all folks out there, y'all want these big houses. Some of y'all want boat houses. Some of y'all want oceanfront property. Some of y'all want these nice things, but that demon don't give a damn about none of that stuff. That demon it's probably something that's never even been human. Probably never even lived within this reality before. So you got to understand that, certain entities can take over you, and the next thing you're out in social media talking about people that you don't know like you know them. If I saw a family member of mine out in social media confronting somebody, especially spiritualists, I would be careful going around crossing a bunch of spiritualists. Now, with me, I'm not no punk. I'm not somebody that's going to lay down and take nothing like a dog. I will defend myself and I will stand my ground and protect my family. I have that right. Everybody has that right. But for you to go around and purposely, somebody at some point would have to say, this person has got to be mentally ill. And you can tell by the way it manifests within your body. I was looking at this person today. I swear to you, and the evil part of me wanted to screenshot it and do a side by side of the Bajork stalker. She looks just like the Bajork stalker. And what's so weird is that it looked like she got 3 boobs. So I said, Mama Kalima, you need to. It looks something. I'm just telling y'all, man, there's all sorts of different types of people and things that you may call weird. Hey, Adrian. When I saw that, I said, I don't think I want to mess with nothing like that because that's like, it looked like it had 3 boobs. So I'd be careful with that. Okay. I'm not saying that nobody needs to be afraid. I'm not saying be afraid of whatever that is, but just understand that something is manifesting out of this person's body. Okay, I told you guys about that. I was explaining that to you guys. It looked like something is coming out of her neck. And I think what it is a very, very bad thyroid problem. I think that this person has either an underactive, it's got to be an underactive thyroid. And this is what's causing the delusions. This is what's causing this person to be irritable. This is what's causing this person to come out and attack people in social media and cause all this. But see, it's still to a spiritualist, that in itself is a demon. Because if I could just tell this person, hey, listen, you got something that is attached and it's wrapped around your throat chakra. I can see it when that person turns to the side. Now, I know that just recently I gained a little bit of weight because but mine is not out of control. I got my weight under control. So that little double, you know how you got that little double chin or whatever, that's going to go away. I'm talking about this person has something, it looks like it's coming out of the neck at a slant. This is the back of her neck and this is the front. And it's doing a slope and it looks like it's turning at a certain angle and pushing up out the back of her neck. And this person doesn't even realize it. They think they're smart. And it's like, do you not see how this is manifesting in your body? I mean, and you know what? This is what I'll tell you. Another thing, when a person is working with dark energies, you do have to be careful. Okay, especially when you just suddenly blow up or something like that. Like, okay, with me, we all know why Jamila gained weight, because Jamila quit smoking cigarettes. And that's toxins. That's toxins. Whenever you gain weight, that's toxins leaving your body. Okay, so the only thing I can do is drink plenty of water. That's all I can do is drink a whole bunch of water for about a year or two, and all of those toxins for them cigarettes are going to come out of my body. They're going to cause a distorted look, which is why I'm a little overweight. You know, this is what it is. But see, when I looked at this person looks to be morbidly obese. And so they have all the characteristics and the traits of somebody that is possessed by something. This is what happens under possession. A lot of people don't really see that. I hate to tell you guys. This is why I was telling y'all to be careful out there. I know plenty. Please, guys, don't think that I'm saying this about overweight people, because I love you guys no matter what your weight is. We're going to do the mile a day club, and then we're going to go up to 2 miles. We're going to do the walk to run, because hell, I'm human too. We all gain weight sometimes. But when you are morbidly obese like that, sometimes, and see, my big mama was a big woman and she wasn't possessed. So just because somebody is big don't mean that they possessed. But there's certain characteristics and traits that will come out of a person when they are big like that. Okay. And I'm just saying, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. And so it's funny how you can tell that a person is going through a lot in their life because they're constantly complaining. Constantly. This is why I don't let, when they was doing that swatting, the CPS swatting to me, I didn't come on here and continuously let that bother me. And I didn't even want to continue to come on here and talk about it, because I don't want people to think that I have constant problems, because I don't. And you know what? I'm raising a child. So having a 3 and a 4 and a 5-year-old until they're at least 6, 7, or 8, those are the most difficult part of raising a child, is between the age of birth to 5 years old. Very, very difficult part of raising children, in my opinion. This is the most difficult, in my opinion. Okay. Some people would say their teenage years is, but I don't think so, because like I looked forward to mine becoming teenagers, because they became less dependent on me. They began to pull away from me, which is normal. And they began to step into their own. So for me, I'm not that type of controlling mother to where I have to, that. So yeah, it's hard. So especially when I see you mothers out there with young children, so somebody with older children, it's the most difficult part. And then that's the age that they're at the most vulnerable as well. So does the person use their mouth to speak against people a lot? Yes. Yes, Adrian said, LOL, no 3. I swear to you, the camera was angled. It was so weird. And guys, hell, this person was talking about case studies today. And that now they know that I'm talking about them. That's okay. That's okay, because they are a case study when you look at them. And it's a terrible, terrible, terrible case. And there are people that have the answers to help this woman, but she doesn't want to listen to them because she thinks she knows it all. And that's the dark side Because I'm a Cancer too. This person's a Cancer. I'm a Cancer woman too. And I'm sorry, I can see all straight and through this woman and what her problem is. And, why she's doing the things that she's doing. I'm not caping for anybody. I'm just saying. Keisha, I didn't cut my comments off. I just, on the videos that I uploaded, I just decided to disable the comments. But they're not cut off of my other videos. I've got other videos that have where you can comment, but I just didn't open up the comment section because, I just the same reason, probably for the same reason why I hid my number of subscribers. Because I just decided I don't need to display that. Maybe one day when the smoke clears, I'll display my number of subscribers. People knowing my subscribers and knowing how many I have, that's a bad idea. Bad idea. That gives narcissistic people and also losers. It gives losers. I'm sorry. And I call those people losers. It gives them too much to focus on. It gives them way too much to focus on. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see me. No, you can't. I don't think so. You can kind of see the top of my head. I'm not trying to be on camera, y'all, because I'm looking crazy as heck tonight. I'm just sitting here laying in the bed and kind of getting some rest because I got a lot done today. So if you guys are waiting for your readings and stuff, I just got to send out the links to you. I got everything done today. I wanted to make sure that I got everything done before the summer solstice. So this is something that's really, really important and something that you'll want to focus on. Why? Hold on a minute. Why is it that the real spiritualists catch hell, but the fakes and snakes get top results, the most views, etc.? Well, that's actually not true. In fact, I found it to be the complete opposite. I found that the fakes and snakes, they don't really get very many views at all. Guys, I think I'll probably get over 400,000 views per month on this channel. And I'm not a fake or a snake. So I think it's the opposite. I think that a lot of people that are fraudulent, they are jealous of the witches that are on YouTube that are actually making a name for themselves. And they're upset because those people have no issue with being mainstream, or they have no issue with, what they're bringing to people. So I kind of find the opposite to be the truth, though. Okay. A lot of them are feeding the people half truths. Yeah. Well, and you know what? This is the whole thing. Everybody has their knowledge. No, nobody knows everything. So all of the spiritualists on YouTube, they all have their knowledge of what works for them. So everybody does things differently. That's just like when, what's her name? I forget, what's her name? The one that's always in social media starting stuff with people. The one that had all of the chicken caca in her closet. And she said, this is 3 years of brujeria. Remember her? And she had all that mess in her closet. Some people's magic just looks different. And I believe that people should live within their truth. And then also, I will tell you that some traditions are meant to be broken. Some traditions keep you tied and bound. So if a spiritualist decides that they want to take a more peaceful approach to the work that they do, okay? And see, this is my whole thing about it. I feel that people should not judge. That's really how I feel about that, because, and it's hard to not judge. It's really hard. Everybody learns their lessons in their own time. I feel that if a person is not doing anything to harm you, if you see them harming others, then maybe need to step up and say something. But I mean, still, I feel that people need to stay in their lane in general. I think that there are some people that just need to stay in their lane. And I think that there's some people out there that's doing some crazy stuff. They don't look like they got, like, I have actually seen people on here making videos claiming to be spiritualists. You don't see no kind of protection, no kind of nothing. It's like, where are you? You look like you're at a hotel room. What are you doing? We're not, I mean, it doesn't, it seems unreal. It just seems like somebody that's sitting back and just being in judgment of others. So, hello, Betsy. Hello. Hey, thank you for coming. The rapper girl. What rapper girl? Who are you talking about? So anyway, y'all, I didn't want to be here that long. I just wanted to talk about the spirit of Ricardo Lopez. I believe that this person was invisible his whole life. He wanted to be seen. He wanted to be heard. Everybody wants their voice to be heard. Everybody does. Nobody wants to sit there and just be invisible and not be heard. But the problem is that you got to be saying something worthwhile, baby. That's the problem. If you're not saying nothing that's worth nothing, and it's all you doing is complaining and stuff. I mean, I don't know. For me, I just prefer a woman that's a woman. Like, if I'm dealing with a woman at all, I prefer to her to be a woman. I do. For me, I just love it when other women are somewhat like me. You know, I feel like women are supposed to carry a certain grounding energy. It's like the Empress. When I think about the woman, I think about the Empress. Okay. And she's earth and she's air. And the reason why she's earth is because she is everybody's foundation. She is everybody's voice of reason. And then she's also super intelligent and she's also intuitive at the same time, which also describes the high priestess and what's the other one? The chariot. Because the chariot is a depiction of the Cancer woman. And the chariot does represent duality, and a lot of times when you see the chariot, it'll be an androgynous figure. But women are supposed, to me, and that's just what I prefer. I prefer a woman that is in her, as a woman, I prefer to be in my womanly power. And so I just, as far as like I can fight, yeah, we all know that I can get down with some of the rest of them. But I mean, when it comes down to it, there's a certain energy. And I feel that women like that should be protected and they should be respected because they are the ones that are going to bring, how like when it's a bunch of chaos going on and then somebody just says, ooh, and everybody just stops what they're doing. And it's a certain energy that women bring to them that's very healing and calming and loving. And I just, that's who I prefer to be. I prefer to be a witch that's a white witch of the light. Yeah, I'm naughty. I'm naughty. Yeah, of course. But not to the degree where I'm harming others. I just don't agree with it. And I stand by those convictions. I'm not going to ever let nobody convince me that I need to be a certain way. I'm going to be who I am. I think everybody should embrace who they are. So, anyway, that's my little soapbox about Queen. You did a Libra read recently. You was going in. I was like, yikes. Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, I can't even talk about that right now. That is because the energy that I was feeling that day, it came over me through during a reading, and it was a transference. One of my clients had been dealing with a Libra that was a third party, and it was a transference of that energy, and this person just would. And speaking of what I was talking about, exactly what I'm talking about, this person was a stalker. This person needed restraining orders against them and stuff. And I think that when people are able to do that, when people are able to just mercilessly, because you do know that people, do you guys know that stalkers have caused people to commit suicide because they just in general drive them crazy? Well, this woman had to get a restraining order against this other woman because she wouldn't accept. And so, yeah, that was another experience with a stalker. This is a person that is, just literally just constantly, I mean, literally, guys, and you know it's that person because you never experienced that before they came along. It's like, really, I never had that in my life before you came along. Like, not to that degree, not to that degree until you came along. But let me tell you, there are stalkers on the internet. Stalkers love the internet. And so do narcissists. Narcissistic people love the internet. It's food for them. They feed off of that stuff. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Rest in peace, Ricardo Lopez. I hope that you are resting in peace somewhere, and that, because listen, I can't deal with stuff like that. But I will tell y'all guys, and if y'all want to know who I'm talking about, if this person, if I feel any more energy from this person, any more negative energy from this person, I'm going to put their ass on blast on my other channel. And I'm going to put up a side-by-side comparison of the screenshots that I've taken of that person. And if you look at it and do a side-by-side screenshot of this person looks just like a female Bajork stalker or Ricardo Lopez. Okay. So anyway, I think that this person, even though he's been forgotten about, not too many people talk about him, I think that's what makes him even angrier. His spirit is very vengeful. And the reason why it comes up among spiritualists is because a lot of us are healers, mediums, and psychics. So this is why we're able to pinpoint these certain energies. And guys, I remember years ago, there was a person that was stalking me. This person began stalking me 3.5 years ago. And this person actually accused me of being the Bajork stalker. And that is when I took a good look at this person. I said, damn, this person even looked like the Bajork stalker. Because I wasn't stalking anybody. But for some reason, stalkers, their thing is to say you're stalking them. Oh, no, I'm not stalking you. You're stalking me. Why is it that you never hear from me then? Because you're stalking me. Yeah, it's like, yeah, right. So I'm just telling y'all, it's the weirdest thing. Anyway, I'm about to go anyway, guys. See you guys later. Have a wonderful evening. Make sure that if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button if you're into spiritualism. And if you guys are wondering about any deceased person, like I love doing medium readings and stuff. I love connecting with departed spirits. I mean, we connect with them anyway. There's no need to be afraid of these spirits. It is what it is. But for the people that because guys, I can tell when a spirit is trying to enter into my body, and I make it go away. Especially if you notice during readings, I will tell a spirit, like if you come to me, guys, and you guys have a lot of spirits around you, and I'll say, hey, there's a spirit. They'll just jump all over you. And I'll go, hey, get off of me. Okay. But there's some people that are possessed by these certain spirits. And I'm going to point that out in this person because the person has the same forehead, the same mouth. The whole thing looks just like Ricardo Lopez. And it's funny how you can tell that this person just obsesses over other people and the money that they make. This is another thing. He was obsessed with her because she was rich and famous. So if you notice these pocket watchers, they're pocket watchers. So if you guys are noticing stuff like that, just, just come and get some help with that. You can banish those spirits off of you. You know, there's help for that. You don't necessarily have to sacrifice a kitten. Okay. Okay. There's that just, you don't have to. Okay. All right. Bye guys. See y'all later. Love and light and blessed be.